welcome to the Cruise Show. I'm Carly and this is John. Well, if you are looking for your first cruise holiday or even your next cruise holiday, then you need look no further because we have got some wonderful itineraries in store for you today on board some of the biggest ships in the world, and we're including some onboard credit for you to spend on whatever you like because we are cruising with Royal Caribbean International, and believe me when I say they have thought of everything. And to tell us a little bit more about them, it's the cruise man himself, Mr. John Cooper.
Thanks so much indeed, Carly. Well, when it comes to cruising, Royal Caribbean have got it down to a T. And you know what? We're going to give you a lot of this as well. A bit of Cooper cash to spend on board all the sailings today because we know how important it is for you to have the best time possible. Now, with Royal Caribbean, they have literally the biggest ships that do the biggest things. They've got things like ice rinks on board. I'll show you them a little later. They've got movies under the stars. They've got it all. They've got great West End style shows. The food is to die for. And there's so much to do for families of all ages. It's multi-generational. If you're 18 months or 118 years old, there's something for you to do and you're going to love it. And, you know, if you've got things like dietary needs or things, that's not a problem. Just ring us. As long as you tell us when you're booking, it's not a problem. And remember, a lot of these cruises that you're going to see today are for next year, and that means just a small deposit right now and your holiday is secured. It's yours, it's in the bank. I think we're going to be tempting you. Hang on to your hats. We're going to be showing you some bargains.
And we're going to start out by taking you around the Canary Islands in June next year on board the Independence of the Seas. So let's join John for a little look around.
So this is the Royal Promenade. You've got everything here from a Ben & Jerry's, and you know, we stay in that stateroom up there. You get free Ben & Jerry's ice cream all time long. And then we've got the cafe, we've got shops and entertainment. There's even a pie shop. So I'll pop in here, so if you get here and there's none, you know where's all the pies. So here we are, just arrived on board, and where are we? Well, it's the law of the sea, isn't it? Bit of rabbit food. Not too much. Oh, this looks lovely. There's so much choice, isn't there? So much choice. Oh, I'll have some of that. Oh, some tomato. Oh, onion. I love a bit of onion. Look at the hams and the cheeses. Lots of meat up. If you really want to treat yourself while you're on holiday, why don't you pop into Chops Grill? The steak and seafood here are absolutely incredible and you'll just love it. There's tables for families or couples. It's whatever you want, but I know one thing you will want. You want a really juicy steak and you'll get one. When it comes to accommodation, there's lots to choose from. Now this is the Royal Suite, and I can't promise you that all rooms are going to be like this, with things like their own bar, their own, well, lounge area that's bigger than my lounge at home, bedroom through there with ensuite, of course, and a grand piano. Yeah, I just can't believe it. This is just fantastic.
John, do you know the piano's on my foot?
You hum it, I'll play it. Well, if you're staying in the Royal Suite and you're wondering, is there going to be enough space to hang all my clothes? Well, this is the walk-in wardrobe. I mean to say, there's enough for all my stuff here and a couple of guests as well. When you've had a hard day at the water park and you're a bit hot and bothered, what's the best thing you can actually do? Well, how about coming to one of these, Sprinkles? The thing is, it's ice cream and you help yourself and it's free. Now that's dangerous. I'll be back in a while for more. Well, you've caught me. I'm in the solarium area, just relaxing and taking it in and checking the compass to find out what's to do on the ship. And there's so much to do. Do you know what? There's so much to do. I think I'll just be busy doing nothing. But that's what cruise holidays are about. Your way, especially on the independence of the seas. Well, everybody's got the 15 minutes worth in them, haven't they? And this is your chance as well. It's the on-air studio. It's a karaoke lounge and it gets seen around the ship. My chance. Do you know, I'd love to have been a fly on the wall in the room when someone at Royal Caribbean International's HQ suggested they put an ice rink on a ship. Well, obviously that wouldn't work. Well, maybe it would. Now, the thing is, you can learn to skate here, or you can just sit back and watch the shows on ice. It's spectacular. So here we are on the Independence of the Seas. It is one of the biggest, funnest ships to sail out of the UK. When it's full, it has just over 3,500 people on board. But you know what? You wouldn't know that by the space around the decks. Do you know there's 22 different bars and places to mingle of an evening? It's like a floating holiday resort. Yes, there are hot tubs, there's swimming pools, there's the movies which you can see, there's jogging tracks, there's mini golf, there's the flow rider, there's the theatre. Need I say more? There is so much going on, and the food is incredible as well, from the Windjammer to the main restaurant, which is like a fine dining experience in itself. Do you know, when you think what's involved in a Royal Caribbean International holiday, and you look at the Independence of the Seas, it's a holiday you should really think about taking. I love it, and I think you will do too. It truly is incredible, isn't it? I mean, I was having the time of my life. You saw me there, especially with that ice cream machine. Oh, dangerous. Now, this is going to the Canary Islands on the 2nd of June next year, so it's just a deposit only right now. I'm going to be away for 14 nights. You turn up in Southampton, you open the boutique car, they take your luggage. The next time you see it, it's at your stateroom. You'll saunter on board, and within a few minutes, you'll be at the buffet. Everybody does. Then we're going to cruise out, and our first port of call is Vigo in Spain. And what a lovely port this is as well. It's a fishing port, and so therefore, you know, the Calle Pescadores, the fisherman's street, is lovely. You're going to have some mussels there. They're gorgeous. Then we're going to cruise into Lisbon under the April the 25th bridge. I'd get the hop-on, hop-off tour bus there. It's the easiest way to see the whole of the city. Then we're into Cadiz. This is lovely. You go to Seville for the day while you're here too, or maybe Jerez, where they make the sherry. Oh, that's gorgeous. Then from there, we're going to cruise on to the Canary Islands and Lanzarote is our first port of call there. There's so much to see and do. There's Timon National Park. There's also Arrecife, which is a lovely city to take in. Then we're into Gran Canaria. Las Palmas is great for duty-free shopping. There's the beaches, as you can see there, at Torreviscos, which is absolutely incredible. Then we're across to Tenerife. Maybe take your golf clubs with you. Have a round of golf at Golf del Sur. Or maybe go to the Para Park. Maybe go up to the top of Mount Teide, the highest point in Spain. Then we're across to La Palma, one of the smallest of the Canary Islands, and the whole island is a national park. It's great for walks in tropical surroundings. Then we're into Madeira, absolutely beautiful. They call it the Garden Island. It's cascading with bougainvillea and lovely scents as well. Then we're into La Coruña in Spain. This is one of the oldest lighthouses in the world, and it's still functioning. You know, you have a little visit there, or go to Santiago de Compostela for a day there too, and enjoy a pilgrimage there. All that 14 nights away for 1299. 1299, and exclusively here at Vision Cruise, going to give you $225 of Cooper cash to spend on board on anything you want. That could be excursions, wine, duty-free, casino. You don't mind losing it if it's not yours, do you? And anything you want. But I tell you what, this price, remember, deposit only right now. You should be dialing that number, 0800 655 6449.
Well, do you know what I think this itinerary's got written all over it? Lots of fun and lots of sun. what are you waiting for? You can be having lots of fun and lots of sun on this wonderful itinerary on that incredible ship that you just saw John having the time of his life on. Let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for Vigo in Spain, of course. And do you know what you can do here? One of those Segway tours. You can zip around and see all the sights. Then we're going to arrive into Lisbon. Now make sure you're out on the deck for the sailing because some of the city's highlights can be seen on that beautiful sail in. Before we arrive into Cadiz, this is where you could head to Seville for the day and experience its rich history. Then we are heading for those Canary Islands and we're going to arrive into Lanzarote, maybe visit a vineyard or head to the Timofeya National Park and see volcanic views there. Then we'll arrive into Gran Canaria, perhaps visit one of the pineapple or banana plantations or just relax on the beach for a day. Our next port of call then will be Tenerife. This is where you could head up Mount Teide and see some wonderful landscapes or relax on a black sandy beach before we arrive into La Palma, the small and picturesque island. Then our next port of call will be Madeira, one of my favourite places to visit. You could head up Monte and do the toboggan ride back down or maybe do a jeep safari while you're there. Then our final port of call will be La Coruña in Spain, steeped in history and offering mouth-watering seafood and some great shopping opportunities. Then we're going to sail you back into Southampton and all of that from fares of just £1,299 per person, and we're including that $225 per stateroom of onboard credit to spend on whatever you like, perhaps against a shore excursion or something in the shops or maybe towards your drinks bill on board. Sounds good, doesn't it? Get yourself on the phone on this lovely cruise. It's 0800 655 6449. We're going to move on now to our next itinerary, and this time we are taking you on board the Navigator of the Seas. So let's have a look what you could expect on this class of ship.
Yeah, the Navigator of the Seas, absolutely wonderful ship. And once again, full of facilities. All the facilities that, you come to love if you go with Royal Caribbean International. Things like this, which is the Royal Promenade, which has got everything in there. Do you know they even have a classic car parked in there so you can actually go in as well? It really is incredible. Then they have the glass lifts. What is it? I love glass lifts. I could just go up and down all day in a glass lift.
I'd be with you.
I'm in the EPS, the Easily Pleased Society. But once again, on top deck, there's the water parks and there's the mini golf and stuff like that. Then there's the food. Of course, there's the the help yourself buffet. But also, look at this, a fine restaurant for evening meals. Breakfast in there is good as well. When you go to hotels these days, have you noticed it's just all buffet? Well, there is a buffet here, but if you want waiter service, you can have waiter service. And I do like a bit of waiter service. I do like being waited on. Hand and foot. And then there's the wonderful shows every night. Of course, there's great entertainment. It's not just the shows of a night. There's the karaoke bars and there's all the other things that are going on around, all the different bars with the different entertainment. And there's the casino as well, which is a lot of fun as well. And, of course, we're going to be giving you some Cooper cash to spend on board, so maybe have a little flutter with that. Then, of course, there's the comfortable accommodation. The accommodation really is good. And you have your own steward who comes and looks after you and tidies up your room for you. It's great. It's so relaxing. It can be busy or relaxing. That's what's so good about a cruise holiday. It's a holiday that you can take any way you want. And as I said before, if you're 18 months or 118, you will have the time of your life. There is a sunbed on that top deck there waiting for you. And why don't you get on board and have a go with it? So we're on the Navigator of the Seas going around a Mediterranean tour on the 13th of May next year for 14 nights. It's just a deposit today. We're going to start off in Southampton. You arrive there. And by the way, if you have to get down to Southampton, we can get you down with the Eastway coaches. Just give us a call and we can get you in touch with them as well. It's so easy. Then we're going to cruise out from Southampton, and our first port of call is Gibraltar, a bit over the rock itself as well. And when you go to the top of the rock, the views across the Mediterranean, and you see all the shipping going through from the Atlantic to the Mediterranean, it's stunning. Oh, it's duty free as well. It's always a bit of a shame, that, isn't it? Then we're up to Alicante. Great beaches in Alicante. Also, you're not far from Benidorm, if you want to go down there. Oh. And then we're across to Civitavecchia, the port of Rome. Go to the Colosseum, maybe go and see all the wonderful sights around Rome as well. There's so many there. Once again, I'd do the hop-on, hop-off tour bus if I was you there. Livorno in Italy. This week you go to Florence and you go up to the cathedral there, go on and wander around that dome. It's fascinating. You can also do Pisa while you're there too. Then we're into Marseille in the south of France, the second largest city in France. The marina you can see there is fascinating. The fish market is incredible. And the shopping's good too. Then we're off to Barcelona. There is so much to see and do in Barcelona. Barcelona, from Las Ramblas to Plaza Catalunya. There's the Pueblo de España, so much. And then into Lisbon. Maybe take one of those little yellow trolley buses that go round the city and take it all that in. That's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Then we're into Vigo, where the ship pulls in Vigo as well. It's right next to this huge shopping complex. You step off the ship, you walk through the cruise terminal, and you're into a shopping terminal. It is fabulous. And then we're going to cruise you back into Southampton. 14 nights away, full board, waiter service, and all that sort of thing. 1139. 1139 for 14 nights away. Plus, seeing it's you, and I like the cut of your jib, exclusively going to give you $225 worth of Cooper cash. $225 for you to spend anywhere you like. You won't get that with anybody else. It's exclusive to us here at Vision Cruise. If you want it, you just dial that number. It's 0800 655 6449. Do you know what? I don't want you missing out. I don't want you missing out. And at these sort of prices, and it's a deposit only right now, shouldn't you be getting yourself on board?
You definitely should. When you think of all the things that are included, if you were able, and I don't know whether you'd be able to, find a resort on land that had all the things that these Royal Caribbean ships have to offer included in the price, as well as all your food and fabulous entertainment, would you be paying fares as low as this? I doubt it. And they're not going to be throwing in that onboard credit, are they? Get yourself on this wonderful holiday with Royal Caribbean. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for Gibraltar. So much to do in this lovely destination, including meeting those cheeky Barbary apes up the rock itself. I had a great time up there. Then our next port of call will be Alicante. Perhaps head to nearby San Juan for a round of golf, or climb up Castle of Santa Barbara for some stunning views. Then we'll arrive into Civitavecchia, of course, for Rome. You can go see all the wonderful sights like the Vatican, the Spanish Steps, maybe go look for a gladiator at the Colosseum. Then our next port of call will be Livorno. This is where you could go to Florence and spend the day, or go and see the Leaning Tower in Pisa. Before we arrive into Marseille, one of the oldest cities in France awaits you, and it's not hard to see why it's inspired artists for centuries. Then we're going to arrive into Barcelona. So much to do in this exciting city, from the colourful street entertainers in Las Ramblas to the hop-on hop-off bus, a great way to see the other sights. Then we're going to arrive into Lisbon, the Portuguese capital, and the main square there is a great spot for some lovely food like the traditional custard cake, and a spot of people watching as well, something I like to do. Then we're going to arrive into our final port of call, Vigo. This is where you can enjoy some lovely fresh fish and perhaps a spot of shopping before we sail you back into Southampton, and all of that from fares of just £1,139 per person. And again, we are throwing in that fabulous £225 of onboard credit per stateroom for you to spend on whatever you like. So get on the phone and put that deposit down for this wonderful holiday. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, we're going to move on now to our next itinerary, and this time we are heading around Northern Europe, and this falls where it'll be half term in some areas of the country. So listen up, because if you fancy taking the children on a cruise, I think this is a wonderful one, and it's on board the Navigator of the Seas. So let's have another little look of what you could expect on your Royal Caribbean cruise.
Yeah, do you know, Royal Caribbean, I've got this little box of monkeys somewhere. They keep coming up with wonderful ideas. Things like, you know, why don't we put an ice rink on board? Why don't we put a climbing wall, mini golf? Yeah, who thinks of these things? The comfortable accommodation is wonderful. Look how big the bathrooms are. Look how comfortable the staterooms are. That's what they're out to do. They're out to make you feel so special. These are virtual balconies. They're actually inside staterooms, but they look as though they've got a balcony. It's incredible. It's a live picture from outside as well. There's so many different dining choices as well. This is the burgers. So it's absolutely incredible what they do here at Johnny Rockets. But you'll just love it. That's just one of the options to have. Of course, there's the Sabor, which is the Mexican restaurant. I do like a bit of Mexican.
Me too.
I do like a bit of sizzle. And this is exactly what you'll be getting, you know. And those fajitas are going to be gorgeous. The whole idea behind this is that you have the time of your life. They've introduced so much. The water parks on top deck for the kids, they'll love it. For the adults, it's the adult-only area where you can just bubble away. They've got fitness centres, which are fabulous, so well fitted out. And they have activities going on all through the day. You know, It's nice to have a look at. I like looking at other people do those sort of things. I would like to do it myself, but it's nice seeing other people do it. And, it's what holidays are all about, isn't it? Having the chance to do things that you don't get to do yourself all the day. That's what holidays are all about. There's a jogging track on board Top Deck. Who'd have thought of that? Who'd have thought of that? Who'd have want to? The mini golf on board. I do like a game of mini golf. I can do that. Look at this, ice skating. Who'd have thought you could go ice skating? And they have those those ice shows on board as well. Like the shows on ice. And they always cost a bit extra, don't they? When you see them in the towns and what have you, they always do cost a bit extra. There we go. Keep it, with so much good food on board, you've got to have a go at the gym. You've got to have a go. And they have lessons as well. Oh, did I tell you? I did mention the spectacular entertainment every single night of the week. Every night. Fabulous shows. They have comedy shows as well, with British comedians, which you just get a love. The whole ethos behind it is so good. It's like the biggest holiday resort you've ever been to in your life, and you're going to have a really good time. So it's the Navigator of the Seas going around Northern Europe on the 27th of May next year for 7 nights. Now, this is half term in a lot of areas. Check your local area, because remember, it's just a deposit only right now. That secures your holiday for you. We're going to turn up at Southampton. They'll take your bags. If you're going down where the Easeway on the coaches, you put your bags on the coach, and that's the last time you see them until they're next to your stateroom. It's incredible. All the portage is included. We're then going to go on board. It takes about 15-20 minutes to get you on board, and then you go to the buffet. We always do. I don't know. The law of the sea. Going to cruise out there. The first port of call is Hamburg in Germany. Now, Hamburg is Germany's second largest city. It's full of canals and little streets. And there's a Beatles thing there as well, because that's where the Beatles went as well. Then Oslo. Oslo is a lovely city. Very small and compact and very, very walkable too. I think you'll enjoy your time there. Then we're over to Zeebrugge in Bruges. This week we go to Bruges for the day. It's lovely. I'm thinking of the chocolate waffles. I'm thinking of the little boats that they have going around the canals there. And of course the Belgian beer, the chips and mayonnaise. That's a bit weird, that, isn't it? But still doesn't matter. Then we're back into Southampton, where we can have our chips with red sauce. £785. £785. And just because it's a week, don't think we're going to cut you out. No, $125 worth of Cooper cash. It's incredible. This is going on Sunday, the 27th of May. So therefore, it's Sunday to Sunday. And of course, there's a bank holiday there as well. So, you've got a bank holiday included. So you have to take 4 days off work. You see, you've got to think of these things, haven't you? You've got to think of these things. I think you're going to love it. That's what I think. What do you think? If you want to discuss it with anyone, there's the number, 0800 655 6449. And when you get the $125 Cooper cash on board, that's exclusive to us here at Vision Cruise. You won't get that anywhere else.
Well, if you've never cruised before and you're thinking, oh, is a cruise for my children? It absolutely is. As someone that's worked on board the ships, I can say to you, I would happily take my little girl on a cruise, and I know she would have the time of her life, and I'm sure your children will too. So let's have another little sail back through those details. So we'll be sending you out from Southampton and heading for Hamburg, this fashionable city. It's got some beautiful, elegant buildings and steeped in history, and the Merchants District and Fish Market is well worth a wander. Then we're going to arrive into Oslo, and you're walking distance from the centre. And it's a small, compact city and so easy to explore on foot, and it's home to an incredible amount of museums. Then our final port of call will be Zeebrugge. This way you could head maybe to Brussels for the day and see some of the important monuments there, or maybe head for Bruges and enjoy a chocolate-topped waffle. It's a must, and of course some chocolates and maybe a Belgian beer. Then we're going to sail you back in to Southampton, and that's fares from just £785 per person, with, of course, we're including your on-board credit of $125 per stateroom. This is going on the 27th of May next year, so that's deposit only for 7 nights. So if you're thinking, should we have a little break in May? The answer's yes. Get yourself on the phone and on this wonderful cruise. It's 0800 655 6449. Or for more details about Royal Caribbean International, maybe take a little look at the website visioncruise.co.uk. And don't forget, if you book your cruise here with us at Vision Cruise, we'll enroll you into our loyalty scheme, Vision Plus, where you can earn points and gain rewards from that as well. Well, the time has come. It's time for our quick picks.
And we're starting off this time with the Italian Mediterranean on the Navigator of the Seas, going on the 15th of September this year for 14 nights. Going to cruise from Southampton to Gibraltar, Villafranche in France, and then to Civitavecchia for Rome, Livorno for Florence and Pisa, Genoa in Italy, Malaga on the Costa del Sol, Lisbon in Portugal, and then back into Southampton. 1049 for 14 nights away. That is incredible value for money. If you want it, just give us a call, 0800 655 6449. Then on the Independence of the Seas this year on the 14th of October, going to France and Spain for 7 nights, from Southampton to Gijon, Bilbao, Cherbourg and Le Havre, then back into Southampton. 599. I'm asking you, 599. That is a bargain if ever I've seen one. If you want this or any more details on it, give us a call, 0800 655 6449. You could be getting on that, but I'd get on to that one straight away. Then next year, this on the 22nd of September, next year for 14 nights on the Independence of the Seas around the Med, from Southampton to Gibraltar to Nice, then to Civitavecchia for Rome, Livorno, Toulon in France, then to Barcelona, Lisbon and Vigo before we're back into Southampton. 1299. Plus, we're also going to give you some of that Cooper cash again. $225 worth of spends on board. $225. If you want it, just give us a call right now.
Well, if you'd like to be on one of those cruises in 2018, then get yourself on the phone and get that deposit down and secure your holiday. And then all you have to do is sit back and look forward to it, which, as John says, is the best bit of the build-up to a holiday, isn't it? Get yourself on the phone on 0800 655 6449. But it's now time for myself and for John to go. We're going to see you next time here on The Cruise Show.
Yeah, hang around, more shows to come, and carry on cruising. See you soon.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.